Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to a daily update on my 1000 days challenge. This is day 45. So let's get things started. Alright, so over here you will see the update in terms of the weekly market structure and also the daily market structure for the Bitcoin. Alright, so over here like what I mentioned yesterday, remember when it broke out over here and I said I'm not going to enter a long side trade. And the reason is very simple, because I was seeing that there wasn't enough consolidation time given. So meaning to say that at least from what I observed is that if you don't see sufficient candlestick consolidating, then it tends to have a much more likelihood that it will be a false breakout, in which this case it did. It formed a slightly higher high, but then after that it dropped back down quickly again. So in addition to that, I also mentioned that because it's a counter trend trade, I'm trading against the trend in terms of the 4-hourly chart, as the price is below the 200 simple moving average. So that's also the reason why I decided not to enter this long side, along with the key resistance just right above here, providing very poor risk to reward setup. So right now, I really look and review my trading setup and stuff like that. I'm not going to enter any long side trade in the near term, at least for Bitcoin, mainly because I see this key resistance at this 10.8K region, and also there's this 200 simple moving average that is down sloping as well on the 4-hourly chart. So even if it does moves upward, the probability firstly is on the lower side, and also the risk to reward is not as good unless you target all the way upwards. But because it's trending downwards over time, if it takes longer time for the price to go up, the risk to reward decreases over time. On the other hand, if I were to trade with the trend, the risk to reward potentially could be much better because it's moving, it's reducing my stop loss and collecting, basically it's in my favor per se, in my direction of favor. So yeah, so that's basically about it. So yeah, you'll see over here, I will say wait for clearer signal, in the sense that I would prefer to enter, I would prefer to only look for shorts right now, unless sudden changes and it breaks over 200 simple moving average, or if price breaks above here and accumulates right below the 200 simple moving average, that's where I will put a buy stop order above the 200 simple moving average if it breaks above. Yep. But otherwise, in the 4-hourly chart, I'm not looking for any long setup. If, however, you are trading on a shorter time frame, perhaps you could go for a long setup, because with this 50 simple moving average supporting, it could potentially retest here, but you need to have a much tighter stop loss for such kind of trading setup, which I am actually exploring with my experimental setup with half the risk position size that I'm actually trading on my main trading portfolio. So yeah, so there's something to share. Otherwise, yeah, oh, I haven't updated here. Otherwise, this is day 45, still having the same amount of pool of money, there's no change. And yeah, so that's about it. Actually one of my trade setup has lost. So actually it drops further again, so there's no issue. So you can see that there's a drop. This was due to the the experimental setup, and this was actually due to my main trading setup, whereby I actually went for a short for Bitcoin earlier. So mainly it was based on this candlestick. Yeah, but then bear in mind that this trading approach that I'm actually trying is again experimental, in the sense that I have backtested and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that it's 100% winning rate and stuff like that. It's just that it's something that I'm trying to explore with. So yeah, so there's something. And bear in mind that during this the daily update that I provide is more in terms of a price action basis, whereas in terms of the trading portfolio that I do trade, I use a variety of indicators ranging from MACD, Bollinger Band, or even the Donchian channel and stuff like that. So there are many indicators that I do use, and each of them I do vary a little bit in terms of the strategy being used and employed. But generally speaking, I'm more of a trend follower kind of approach. So in terms of the win rate wise, do bear in mind that trend followers does have a lower win rate in comparison to other trading methodology like your mean reversion and stuff like that. Yep, otherwise I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.